Absolutely. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Ravens going up against the Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Garden along with Charles Davis and CD. Week 3 of the preseason. We're getting there. Opening night on the horizon. Madden video game out on Friday the 25th, so you know we're close. But this is the week you use as your dress rehearsal, isn't it?
Yeah, you certainly do. Now, the guys that know they're going to make this team and be difference makers in the season, they're probably more looking forward to the Madden game being released than this game. But this is the one, as you said, is dress rehearsal. You want it to be exactly like it's going to be on opening day. And they'll regulate the play time of the starters, but they want them to be out there just like they're playing a regular game for the time that they play.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. The MVP of Super Bowl 47 leading his crew out there from Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
And what a bounce back from the knee injury he suffered in the 2015 season. Not the most nimble, most mobile quarterback, but he never was. He's really a throwback to those quarterbacks who played out of the pocket in the days gone by.
On first down, Flacco. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Near the 42. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. From the gun, Flacco. Throw left side complete. It's West. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them, because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still second down.
run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Flacco off play action. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
Play clock winding down. Carr now on 1st down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the play clock's running down. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now Carr throwing on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's third down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old. Has always taken the game seriously, has always worked on his craft. And you see evidence of that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability, that's one big reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Carr. He'll dump it off, complete to Lynch. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Play clock winding down. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley went to the Pro Bowl for the second time in 2016, and he has all the attributes you want from a star inside linebacker. Height, speed, weight, takes on blockers. But what sets him apart for me is his intelligence. Understands what offenses are trying to do in their schemes and gets the defense set in the proper position.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lynch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down. Doesn't find anyone open. Tucks it away. Takes off and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
First carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, "We got it going, boys. Let's keep it going."
The play clock's running down. On second down, here's Carr. And he fires one incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he motions the wide receiver. Carr going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Carr now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Time running out here on the play clock. Carr to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. They juked him. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down. It's a close game here early on. And we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They begin here with a run by West. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Flacco here on second down. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. First and 10 here for Flacco. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This is West. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Two yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Third and short, it's Dixon. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing here on first down. Flacco over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Maclin. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now West. And he's he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They start the drive with Lynch, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
To throw on second down. Carr, space to maneuver at the 40. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. second down, Lynch. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On play action. Now Carr. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Flacco from the gun. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bruce Irvin coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
On second down, it's Dixon. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both the Raiders and the Ravens have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Third down from inside the 10. Carr's pass will go into the end zone, and he goes in for 6 as they take a 7-0 lead. Late in the second, offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This ends up as a loss of 9. Still leads stages of the second. Irvin's got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 7. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Oakland for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Carr on the bootleg. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just... get it to him easily, and once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play clock winding down. Carr now to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The play clock's running down. Carr now on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Carr to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Raiders on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Time running out here on the play clock. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Flacco to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, Flacco now. They find some open field here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Flacco fakes the give. Sets to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Flacco drops it underneath to Dixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. A first throw for the backup Cook. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Play clock winding down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cook. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Cook. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Throwing, Hundley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7-yard. There on the first down screen play. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Hundley. And this one caught by Coates. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 8-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On first and goal, Dixon. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So now what do you do as it comes back to the 7?
I think you stick with your strategy. You've already told your team you're going for 2. You dial up a different play. The only saving grace, a bit more room to operate if you're deciding to throw the ball especially.
And they'll still try and run for it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down. Get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here we go now.
Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing, Cook. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Cook, off play action. Time for a break. And incomplete on the deep ball. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. I would imagine you want to win every game big, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, this is the spot that you love.
You've been dreaming of it since you were a kid, playing in the backyard or the front yard, wherever, where you went through those imaginary situations. Now it's real, though. What practice have you put in since the OTAs, the mini camps, preseason camp, sequence of plays, get the ball to the outside, get it out of bounds, save your timeouts, move the ball downfield to get your team in a position to win the game.
And a field goal, of course, no good. They need a score. He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Brought in by Coates. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. That escapes the sack. Busts through the tackle. Refusing to go down. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Raiders on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Now back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Let's go!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long